Hello everyone, my name is Hannah and welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be my summer book haul. So these are all of the books that I got in June, July, and the beginning of August. It might even just be like the end of June to the beginning of August. I don't really know, but these are all the books that I got this summer. Now that I have them piled up here, I thought that it was going to be like way more, but it doesn't look like that many. So let's just dive right into it. I'm not going to be doing these in any particular order necessarily. So if some books go together, I'm just going to grab those both at the same time. So yeah, let's just get started. So the first books that I'm going to talk about are going to be all of the books that I got when I was in London. I know I included them in my little London haul, but I figured I would just do it here too since this is the book haul portion of it and maybe you just didn't watch the London vlogs. So the first book that I got in London was Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. This was like blowing up all over TikTok. It's like a summer beach house romance, second chance romance, and I saw it and I was like, you know what, I might as well just get it. I do want to read this one soon, so I picked it up while I was at Waterstones. It does have some like peelage on the cover, which is a little bit annoying. I don't know why that happened. I don't know if I can just peel the whole thing off or that's going to ruin the whole book, but I am sad that it's not in the best condition down there. But yeah, I saw this at Waterstones and I was just like, I need to buy some books here, so I'm gonna grab this one because I wanted a paperback of it, and this UK paperback is still pretty floppy, so I picked this one up. I'm also not going to be giving like super detailed synopses of this because most of these I've read and I've probably put them in a wrap-up or they're in a reading vlog or something, or you can just go look it up. And I'm not going to be talking about my thoughts super in depth because again, that would be my wrap-up. So I'm just going to show you the books that I got. So Every Summer After. When I went to London, I knew that I was going to be getting this book because I really like this cover better than the US cover, and that is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. This hardcover is so stunning. I just love this color blue. And I just think the art on this is so pretty. Even like the inside flap is really pretty. Like, I just love this. And so I knew that I was going to try to pick this up when I was in London because like I wanted this specific cover, and instead of getting it from Book Depository, I thought it would be more fun to go to a Waterstones and then get it. So yeah, this was the one that I knew I was going to be getting. I also picked up the hardcover UK edition of Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Tan. I just think this is so stunning. The US cover is also really, really pretty. And I wasn't intending to buy this one, but when I saw it, I was like, you're coming home with me. So I am really glad that I got this one because I just think it's so, so pretty. I love the flowers. I love the gold foiling on it. Yeah, I just walked past it on the table and I was like, I need that. So I got this one. And then at the checkout in Waterstones, the like cashier person was like, oh, this is my staff pick recommendation. You should really check it out. And so I was like, okay, I'll do what you tell me. Just give it to me. So that was Assembly by Natasha Brown. It is just a really, really short story. So it's only like 100 pages. So this was his staff recommendation and I was like, okay, you got me. I'll buy it. And then the other book that I got when I was in London was from the Jack the Ripper walking tour that I did. So the book is Jack the Ripper, One Autumn in Whitechapel by MP Priestley. MP Priestley was our tour guide, so his name was Nick. He signed it for me. It was one of the most fun things that we did when we were in London. I absolutely loved this walking tour and I was so fascinated by everything. And so as we were walking, I was telling Casey like I really want to pick up like a nonfiction book about Jack the Ripper because I'm just like super curious and I want to learn more. And so I was telling her like, hey, we should go to a Waterstones the next day and look for a book, and she was like, okay, we'll do that. And then at the end of our tour he was like, by the way, I wrote this book, it took me several years to write, it's won some awards and stuff. And so I was like, oh, that's perfect. Like I would rather just like support the tour guide because he was amazing. So I got this one while we were there and I got it signed. He also has an Instagram where he talks about like different events in history, mostly of murders. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, MP Priestley on Instagram, he does a lot of cool stuff. The next books that I have here are Gleam and Glow by Raven Kennedy. These are the nice white and gold hardcover editions of books 3 and 4 of the Plated Prisoner series. So they have like this cool naked hardcover. It might be really shiny because of the window there, but they're very, very pretty, and I really like the like chapter art. Oh look, I have a bookmark in there because I'm supposed to be doing a buddy read of this with my friend Rachel, but we just haven't done it yet. But like, they have really cool chapter art and stuff, which is different from the ebooks and the paperbacks. So I really like these, and they look really, really cool on my shelf because they kind of like flow together. If you can see like on the spine, that gold, it like flows together. So yeah, I still need to read Glow, but I am really, really enjoying this series, and so I'm really happy to have these beautiful hardcovers. The next books I have here are the first 2 books in the Shadows and Crowns series by S.M. Gaither. So that is The Song of the Marked and A Twist of the Blade. So I have read The Song of the Marked, have not read A Twist of the Blade, but I'm really excited to because I really did enjoy this one. This was a recommendation from Rachel from Raven-Haired Reader. She absolutely loved this one, and we were like definitely in our like fantasy era, fantasy romance, and she recommended this one because it was on KU, and she was like, the physical copy is so cool because the cover is really pretty, and then it has like character art in it. There's some in the back too, which is really cool. So I was like, I'm just gonna get the physical copy because that's what I do. I don't really read ebooks, unfortunately. But yeah, I picked this one up, read that, really liked that, and then I picked up A Twist of the Blade after that because I do want to continue the series, and so I have this one. It is quite the chunker, and I think it's a 5-book series, and the 5th book comes out maybe later this year or early next year. I'm not really sure, but I do want to read this and catch up so that I can be ready for the new release. I am seeing that I have a couple books in my like book haul section in my journal that I have already unhauled, like Someday Maybe, Twisted Love. I bought a paperback copy of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo to replace my hardcover copy. So like, I'm just mentioning them now, but I did buy those and now they're not with me anymore, so I'm not even gonna bother mentioning anymore. But I do unhaul semi-regularly, so if I buy a book, read it, and don't like it, I just get rid of it. So speaking of Twisted Love by Anna Huang, I really did not enjoy that book, but I did buy the 2nd book, Twisted Games, because I thought that maybe I would like this one better. I've heard that the first one is really not it and that the books just get better. So I still want to give this one a try. I did try it when I was in my like reading lull, and I got like 60 pages in and I DNF'd it. But I think if I give it another shot, maybe I'll end up liking it more since I'm in a better reading mood. So I do have this one, and I am going to try to read it. Hopefully I like it. Then I have Count Your Lucky Stars by Alexandria Belfleur. This is the 3rd book in the Written in the Stars series. I don't know if it has like a series name, but these are all companion novels, so you don't have to read them in order, but I have been. And I have been waiting for this character, Margot's book, since the 1st book, so I was really excited to get this one. It's a sapphic romance, and it's very cute. I was in the mood for like a cutesy, quick, fast-paced romance to get me out of my little like slump lull thing, and it did the trick, I think. I really enjoyed this one, so again, not a wrap-up, but I am happy about this book. These next 3, oh, my heart. It's the Magnolia Parks series by Jessa Hastings. So the 1st book, Magnolia Parks, and then technically the 1st book in the Daisy Hates series, but it's the 2nd that you have to read in this universe. So Daisy Hates, and then the 2nd Magnolia Parks book, but the 3rd overall in the series, which is The Long Way Home. If you have been paying any attention to my channel or my Instagram for the last like couple weeks, you will know that these have stolen my heart and I absolutely love them. I mean, just look at all these tabs in these books. But yeah, I absolutely love these books so much. I think they're so pretty. I first heard about them from my friend Lachlan over at Locke's Library. She was raving about this book and then had continued the series, and so I decided to pick it up because I was just super curious, and I love the covers of these. Like, it's definitely worth it to have the physical copies, especially because I annotated the crap out of it, but they're just so cool. Like, look at these covers. I love all the daisies on this one. This one is definitely my favorite cover though, with the ship. And I just love like the color of the sky with the waves and stuff. It's so pretty. And I also love how the spines look. I love these books so much. I'm so happy to have these. And the second Daisy Hates Books book comes out in December, so I'll be able to add that one to my collection as well. But I got these. Now I'm back in my like a romance reading mood, if you can't tell. So I have been acquiring lots and lots of romances. So I took a spontaneous trip to Barnes & Noble to pick up a couple romances, and they didn't have the ones that I went there in search of, but I bought 2 more anyways. So the first one I got was Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. This is another sapphic romance, so I was wanting to pick up more sapphic romances after reading Count Your Lucky Stars, because I really haven't read that many, and this one is getting lots of hype lately, and I just really like this character, Delilah. I love her art. Like, she just looks like so cool. Like, I just want to be her friend. But yeah, since I couldn't find the books that I went there for, I was like, what else is on my list that I've been wanting to read lately? And they did have this one, so I was like, heck yes, I'm buying that. And then the other romance book that I decided to pick up is kind of an odd one. Not odd that I want to read it, but just odd why I bought this one, and that is Hot House Flower by Krista and Becca Ritchie. So this is part of the Addicted Calloway Sisters series. And this is like book 5, I think, but I think these covers are out of print now, and I really like this cover. I don't know why, I just really, really like it, and so I wanted to get this cover before I couldn't find it anywhere. I do plan to read the Addicted Calloway Sisters series, but I won't be reading this one first, that's for sure. I think it's the 5th one that you read, but I just wanted to get this because I wanted this cover, and yeah, that's all there is on that one. Then I finally, after several months of skipping, got a Book of the Month box, and my Book of the Month pick was When We Were Bright and Beautiful or something like that by Jillian Medoff, and I DNF'd that one halfway through, and I've already unhauled it. So I'm not going to show that one, but my add-on was Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. I've only read one other Alice Feeney, Rock, Paper, Scissors, but this is another like thriller set on an island, I believe. I don't really know very much. It's like almost like a retelling of And Then There Were None. It's got some other twists and stuff, but apparently people keep dying off one by one, and I did want to read this because it's been getting so much hype, so I was curious about it and figured I'll add it on for my August box. So I actually got this one for free because it is my birthday month. My birthday is at the end of August, and so I got a free add-on, so I got this one for free. Then I found a poetry collection at Goodwill for pretty cheap, so I figured I would just pick it up because I've read most of this author's other works, and that's Shine Your Icy Crown by Amanda Lovelace. I have read, let's see, I've read all of the Women Are Some Kind of Magic series, which the first one is The Princess Saves Herself in this one. I have read the Things That Haunt duology, and I've read Break Your Glass Slippers. So this was like the last one that I needed to read. I think there maybe is another one out, but I saw this for pretty cheap and decided to pick it up because I have liked this author's poetry before. It did get a little damaged from like the sticker, the Goodwill sticker, so that's unfortunate. But so yeah, when I saw it for cheap, I was like, oh, I haven't read that one yet. I'll just grab it, and that's the story on that one. And then I have a few books that I got as gifts from people. So the first one I have here was Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. My friend Lachlan gifted this to me. Thank you so much, Lachlan. You're so sweet. I was so surprised by this. Like, I didn't even get to film my reaction because I just like opened up the package thinking it was something that I had ordered, and it was a gift, and it's so sweet. Lachlan is one of my best friends here on BookTube, Bookstagram, life in general, so it was such a nice surprise, and I'm just very grateful that she gave me this. Haven't read it yet. I heard it's a very emotional, kind of a tear-jerking romance, and I have been digging those lately, so I'm definitely excited to get to this one. So thank you so much, Lachlan, for gifting this to me. I can't wait to read it and talk to you about it. Then the next gift I got was The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. I got this just from a YouTube fan, a YouTube subscriber. It doesn't say a name at all. It just says enjoy from YouTube fan. So if this was you who sent this, thank you so much. I have been wanting to read this this for such a long time, and I'm really, really excited to get to it. It is like one of those contemporary romances that I feel like everybody talks about and I just haven't gotten to yet. So since I am in such a romance reading mood, I am really, really excited to have this. So if that was you who sent me this, thank you so, so much. It means the world to me. And then another lovely subscriber sent me another book called Fool Me Once by Ashley Winstead. This one was sent to me from Ella. So thank you so much, Ella, for sending me this. Your little note. If you're wondering, I tape the notes from my gifts into the book so I never forget who gifted me what. So Ella, thank you so, so much for gifting me this. It was such a nice surprise. So yeah, those are all of the books that I have got in the last few months. That is my summer book haul. It doesn't look like that much really, but so here are all the books. I think it's about 22 if I counted correctly. All the books that I got in the last couple months. So if you made it to the end of this video, leave the purple heart emoji, just because as I'm looking at this, there are a lot of purple covers, and so we're gonna leave the purple heart emoji to let me know that you made it to the end of this video. And don't forget to click subscribe while you are down there. I really appreciate it. It helps support me, helps support my channel, and I would be forever grateful if you would do that. And I will have my Instagram and Goodreads linked down below if you want to follow me on there for some more of my like more daily bookish content. I'm in my Instagram stories almost every day, and I'm very much on top of updating my Goodreads, so you can always keep up with what I'm reading and when. And thank you again so, so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.